powerful pandemic weekend, you know. All right. I'll give everybody an opportunity to get online. We're going to have a little Saturday session. So, as you're going through the weekend, I'm sure you're going grocery shopping because the pandemic has been officially named or called by the World Health Organization. Everybody's in a frantic, buying all this hand sanitizer and toilet paper. I just say, wash your hands. That's just me. But hey, buy your hand sanitizer. But you'll notice that there's some businesses that are doing better than others. And in some cases, in a few weeks, those businesses that are doing really good right now are probably not going to do so good later on. You may also find that you've been impacted by the pandemic. I have. My cash flow has been impacted. Let me tell you how. So majority or a good bulk of my money comes from speaking engagements, right? People pay me money to talk about money. And I travel all over the world and all over the United States to speak. So I am a professional speaker. I am a paid professional speaker. However, I've had 3 significant paid engagements that were canceled because of this pandemic. And although they were going to be happening in April, May, and June, they canceled them now. And we don't have a rescheduled date. If there is going to be a rescheduled date, these conferences usually happen the same time every year. So they may say, no, we're not going to do it at all. But they were, when it's between $25 to up to $10,000 per gig, that's a substantial amount of money that is not going to be in my cash flow, right? So if you are a professional speaker and you're an entrepreneur, you're probably feeling the pinch as well, especially if you do events, speak at events, vend at events. This is very, very significant for you. It's going to have an impact for you. So it's very important, that you understand the importance of being a dualpreneur. Got to throw that out. That if you are a full-time employee, you must also have a side hustle. Because if the stream of income from your job stops, you need to have that other stream of income. Or if you are an entrepreneur, it's always good to have either multiple businesses or also a full-time job so you can continue the stream. Because if your river of income stops, your streams of bills still must be paid. See, the way our bills are set up, they really don't care. They must be fed monthly, whether we get in income or not. And so it's important to consider or become a dualpreneur. But hey, you might be a dualpreneur, but you're in this situation. You work full time, but now everybody's telling you to stay home and you can't telecommute. So you're not getting paid there. You have an entrepreneurial business, but it relies on you to be a vendor, to go out and meet people, to talk to people, to be a speaker, to be around people or people to come to you. And now they're going to shut down everything. So you can't do that either. So what do you do when everything in the world is shutting down and you still need food, you still need money? That's the way it goes. Nothing's going to be really for free. There are some things that are happening for free. Hopefully internet will still be free for a little bit. But what happens when the pandemic or this whole situation or any situation dries up the opportunity to connect with people? Well, I found that there's 4 ways that worked for me and a few of my clients, several of my clients that I talked to them about. And I thought I would share them with you. I shared them with my clients and they are actually doing very well with these strategies. And I am doing very well want to share them with you. Now, if you could please share this video with your network, with any entrepreneurs that you know, tag them on this video. If you have any questions or anything, post them on the video below and I will respond to them after the video. And then I'm going to explain to you why I will respond to you after the video. Okay. Because one of the ways is what I'm leveraging right now. But I wanted to share this with you. So make sure you share this with as many people as possible. So there's 4 ways that you can, I'm sure there's multiple, but the 4 main ways that I do, that I prepared myself for this pandemic, and pretty much pandemic proof my businesses, because I do more than just speaking engagements. Okay. So I have different businesses, and I'll share with you what some of my businesses are so you'll understand how it impacts each of those businesses. Okay. So the first thing that you should do is leverage virtual platforms like I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm doing a live stream. It's called Restream, Restream.io. Restream allows you to do one video and share it out to multiple platforms. So I'm sharing it with Facebook, with LinkedIn, with Periscope, with Instagram. And so I can share all with the video with all the social medias at one time, but I'm only doing one video for you. And so that way you can blast out the same video at one time and leverage that. So this is good if you are a speaker. The reason why, if you're a speaker, and I also use Zoom. I love Zoom because I can create webinars with that. If you had a speaking engagement and people were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to a conference and they wanted to see you or meet with you because they need your intellectual property, if that conference has canceled, you still have the intellectual property and people still find value in what you have to say. What you can do is you can do a few tips of what you were going to talk about. And hey, if you want to learn more, register for my webinar. So, and since you're not going to be able to go to this conference that would cost you $500, $1,000 for a fraction of the cost, you can still get the same information that I'm going to give that I would have given at the conference. Now you can do scale. So even if you say it's normally $99, but I'm going to give it to you for $29, $19.99, you would have hundreds of people or, a good amount of people that will watch your video. You do the video once and then you answer the questions that are live and then people can watch it over and over again. So you're still getting the income stream, even though you're not traveling to the event, you're not making as much money, you can still leverage your intellectual property and get it to the people because they're going to be home locked up and they still need to learn. They still want to buy. Spenders want to spend regardless of the situation. Okay. Need y'all to understand this is coming from a spender. Even if I'm locked in the house for 14 days, a spender still wants to spend. So what are we going to do if we can't go out and spend? We're going to spend online. So that is how we're going to leverage this entire situation. But if you are a speaker, instead of waiting for another platform to open up, create your own platform, create your own series of webinars. This is the time to do it. And now, since you've created them now while you have the time to do it, now you can repurpose them in the future and sell them in the future. If you're an event coordinator, you want to turn your conference into a virtual conference. It's going to be a fraction of the cost, but you have fraction of the expense now. Now you don't have to pay for a venue or, you don't have to pay for speakers coming out to come see you. Now you can do everything virtually. Now you can save those videos and you can sell the recordings of those videos. So leverage your virtual platforms since we can't be in proximity of each other right now. Although I would love to be in front of hundreds of you all, not really, the introvert in me just doesn't want to happen, but I would love to be in front of thousands of people speaking and making all that money. But I'm leveraging my virtual platform by speaking through you through Restream.io or Zoom for webinars or even for meetings. If you are a consultant or if you're a coach or if you're a counselor and your job is to meet with people, leverage these virtual options so that you can still communicate, you can still see the people, and you can still have that connection. So that's how you keep the cash flow coming, is by leveraging those virtual platforms and virtual options. Number 2 is now for later strategy. Okay. So one of my clients has a bouncy house business, right? They sell, they rent bouncy houses for kids' parties and everything. Well, they're not going to make any money right now because we can't go outside and play. Kids can't be around each other. They're about to shut down schools. No party's about to happen. Boo, 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 right? So you would think he's going to go out of business. Not necessarily is he going to go out of business. The reason why is that he can do a now for later package. And so what I told him is that you create packages now that, bouncy house or whatever, you mark up the price relatively, and then you discount that price. And then you promote the pandemic, whatever sale now. So they buy it now. It's almost like an open ticket for airlines. You buy it now for cheap, and then you can redeem it at a later time. So you create these party packages and you discount them so that people buy them now during this period of time. They can redeem it later once everything is over, because it's not going to last forever. And then once it stops and we're free to go out and be normal again, people are just going to, they have cabin fever. They want to party. They're going to do a whole bunch of things. So life is going to resume. So if they've already paid for it, now they can redeem it at a later time, and you block off the times that they can redeem it. So you have those times for people to pay on demand. But people that want to pay on demand, they want to party next week or whatever after everything is over. Now those are premium spots. Those are premium times. So you can charge a little bit more later. But right now, since no one can do anything, they can pay it now, or they can pay in monthly installments. So you have that revenue streams, and you figure out how many packages you want to carve out. You allot the times that they can redeem it at a later date. They don't have to do it now. They can just buy the package now and redeem it at a later date. So that is that now for later strategy. Whatever packages that you have that may require you to be in the same proximity. This is great for event planners. You're going to have an event, you're going to have a wedding. The wedding is supposed to happen at this time. It's not going to happen at this time now. It's going to happen later. You're not sure when later, but the wedding coordinator, or you as an event planner, you can say, look, you can pay for the package now. It's at a really big discount right now. And then you can redeem it when you're ready for it after everything blows over. So this is a great time, or a great strategy, if you provide services that require people being around each other, or, services where you're around people. Again, that is that now they pay you now for services or products later. Okay. So that is a big strategy that a few of my clients are leveraging, that provides those type of services. They're event planners, as well as like the kids planners, or the bouncy houses, or anything like that. Even good for if you do cakes, if you're a cake decorator, or you're a baker, or whatever, they may want to, a big birthday cake, or whatever cake, or whatever, they can pay for the packages now, redeem them later. Like, I'm still trying to find that plane ticket to Hawaii. I want to get that $200 plane ticket to Hawaii. I just don't want to go right now. But you best believe, if I can get that ticket right now and I can redeem it later, I'm all over it. I'm buying it now, because a spender wants to spend, right? Okay. Now, number three is you want to clean up or develop your virtual marketplace. Okay. This is especially if you have products and services, you're a speaker, or you are a network marketer, or whatever. Now, this is your website. Okay. You can build your website yourself, but is it going to project the professionalism or the cleanliness that you're looking for to attract the clientele that you want, right? I can build my own house. Technically, I can DIY my own house, but do I have the knowledge base and the skill set to do it? No. Is it going to be a good house to live in? Maybe, maybe not. But is it going to be someplace where I want people to come? Maybe. But is it going to be someplace people want to come and stay? Depends. Probably not. It may not be safe. I probably didn't cover all the holes. So if it rains, so sometimes I got to stay in my lane. So if I want to buy a house that people want to come to and they want to visit, I'm going to hire a contractor and skilled labor to build my house. Your website is your storefront now. And so if you walk into a restaurant and the restaurant is unorganized, not really clean, can't really function through it, they don't have menus, can't find anything, seats are all tore up, are you really going to go in that restaurant and spend your money so that you can eat their food? Probably not. So if you want people to invest in your business, they're going to go to your website and they're going to judge you, because consumers are judgmental. If I go to your website and it looks cheesy and raggedy because you didn't want to invest the money into your storefront, which is your website, why should I invest in your business? And I promise you, because I'm a judgmental consumer, if your website is raggedy, I'm not buying from you. Hate me, whatever. Most consumers are that way. They judge you based on your online presence. And Facebook and Instagram, even though I'm streaming out there not now, they're not websites. My website, I use social media to lead you to the promised land, which is my website. And so if you don't have a website, get a website developed. I own a company called SRJ Services, SRJ Websites, and we're doing a pandemic sale for small business owners who want to get their storefront, their virtual storefront in order, whether it's cleaned up because they have a website or develop a new website. Maybe they want to do e-commerce to add to their website because they can't be out anymore. So now they want to have a virtual vending spot, virtual products and services, and do it that way. So my company does provide that. You can go to srjwebsites.com. And so it's very important right now that you start developing the website. Even if you're not ready to launch, you should still start developing your website now. Let me tell you why. If a rocket is getting ready to launch, they don't build the rocket platform the day that the rocket is to launch. They build that launch pad years before or months before the rocket is about to launch. Think of it that way for your business. Your website is your launch pad. Your business, when it's ready, is the rocket. And so if you wait to build the launch pad when you're about to launch the rocket, that could cause some delays or, whatever. So it's better to have the platform. So you definitely want to clean up or develop your virtual marketplace or your storefront, your virtual storefront. Because what this is going to teach consumers now, it's going to teach consumers how they can be e-consumers. It's going to teach consumers that they don't have to go to stores to buy things. It's going to teach them how to purchase online. And if you're not doing that, you're going to probably go out of business. You have to think of all the businesses that are out of business. Toys R Us. There's several companies that are out of business because people are no longer going to those places. They can go to Amazon. They can go someplace else. You know what I'm saying? You have people, I don't even want to go to McDonald's. I'll just have somebody deliver it. And it's going to be, you're going to have to be able to provide services where people will have the convenience because people are willing to pay for convenience now. Okay. So one, we talk about leveraging your virtual platforms, doing your presentations, doing your webinars on these virtual platforms like I'm doing right now. 2, now for later strategy. They pay now, redeem services or products or services later. And 3, clean up or develop your virtual marketplace, your online storefront. And so people will be attracted, the right people will be attracted to you because you don't want McDonald's-minded people trying to discount your steak products and services. No, it doesn't work that way. So you want to be able to attract people that want steak. And that is going to be dependent on what your virtual storefront will look like. Okay. And then last but not least, you want to promote the problem, sell the solution. Okay. We know right now, problem is coronavirus, pandemic. That is the problem. That is the problem. That is the problem. Everybody has a problem, okay? If you're feeling sick, you can't leave the house, school's down, kids are driving you crazy, you're working from home, you're bored, you need counseling because you're depressed, but you can't go to the counselor. Everybody has some form of a problem. How does your business create the solution to their problem? If you can be a solution provider, you can sell the solution to their problems. Okay, because people will buy something to stop the pain, right? They don't want to really say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym so I don't get, overweight or obese or whatever. No, I can't fit into my jeans. Everything's, right now my face is feeling a little bloated. I know I need to get my butt up and go walking or whatever. But when my doctor says, hey, Tara, your blood pressure is through the roof, your sugar's out of whack, you're about to have a heart attack, you're going to need to do something. Now I'm willing to pay for the solution. I might just have to go to that gym and pay that membership. I might just have to go buy that video for Maria Moore and so she can show me how to do some workouts at home. I might just have to drink more water. I might not need to drink vodka all the daggone time. Sorry, Tito's, you might be losing business from me. Who knows? But you want to be able to be the solution provider. People pay for solutions and they pay not to be in pain any longer. But you got to promote the pain, promote the problem, sell the solutions. How is your solution going to ease their pain? How can they get to your solution? How can they pay for your solution? We'll lead that to number 3. Your market, your virtual storefront is going to be where they can get the solution. And that virtual storefront has to make it easy for them to give you your money. Give them their money, okay? You can't make it hard for people to try to pay you. I have a girlfriend, her website is fabulous. Yeah, because we did it, SR Surgery Services did it, but she has clients like, well, how do I get started? How do I pay you? And she's like, just click on this button. You can start paying now. But I have other clients who they're trying to get their websites done. And it's like, well, people want to ask me how to get started. And I'm trying to tell them, but once confused consumers do not buy. They just don't. They will not give up their cash if they feel confused. So we got to make it easy for them. So I hope these 4 tips have been very helpful for you. Again, leverage virtual platforms like their social media, lead them to the promised land. You want to do the now for later strategy, create packages right now, do a pandemic promotion or pandemic sale or whatever. They can pay for cheap now, redeem it later. And then if they want to wait till later, they'll pay premium for it, but they're going to pay for convenience. But people that are smart, they're going to buy it now. And then you want to clean up or develop your virtual storefront so people have some place to go while they're locked up in the house. And last but not least, you want to promote the problem, promote the pain, but you sell the solution because you are the solution. And those are 4 ways that you can pandemic proof your business. If you like this video, make sure you share it to as many people as possible. Make sure you put your comments or your questions below in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. And oh yeah, I did mention that I do own a website development company called Sergey Website, Sergey Business Solutions. And so if you need a website, we are doing a pandemic sale, 50% off business websites. And then if you are interested in starting your website, or you're interested in, developing a new website or cleaning up your website or adding a store, e-commerce store to your website, we would love to assist you. I will put that information in the comments as well, or go to srjwebsites.com. Again, srjwebsites.com. There will be an application. We are accepting limited people, about 10 people. And so if you are approved, we would love to service you. So thank you so much for watching the video. Share the wealth. I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Oh yeah, wash your hands.